the video that they just broke the law and attacked me to stop me from getting out. So I'm not in the house right now. I'm parked. I just pulled over because of how bad this hacking is this morning. So I just had to pull over because while trying to take this video, since uploading 2 other videos of what happened this morning to me, my my data that I needed to make room for this video was immediately filled up. So I just deleted about 1 gigabyte of data, and just to immediately take this video showing that I'm being irradiated terribly with a low frequency death blast that's a frequency hop pulse modulation that's at an extremely strong level. With my hand here, you're seeing it's in the low 40s, even the high 30s. And this is just how serious it is. So I'm being hit with a 20-point strong signal right now in nervous system response range. It is extremely, extremely dangerous. This is being done from aerial sources from the United States government. So I'm literally being fucking stalked and attacked by our Air Force, Space Force, and our FBI with satellites, with drones, the whole fucking shebang. Because why? Because I'm posting YouTube videos talking about how they're creating problems in communities using V2K, starting Manchurian candidate processes, and doing it in my own city, like Las Vegas with Stephen Paddock. So that's why they're irradiating me to the tune of 20 extra dB while I'm driving, to the point that it's blurring my vision. So that's what's happening this morning. That's what happens in Las Vegas and / the United States when you talk about what people do. Like Chelsea Manning exposed drone strikes, war crime drone strikes. And then there was a PSYOPs campaign waged against that guy to make him go trans. And there's a cell tower right there. So they're everywhere in the city. You can never escape them. And that's the way it's designed. And that's why they've got the satellites. So my stream got cut short because my phone got killed, because my phone has a complete backdoor in it. So right now, for example, it's not taking any charge. It's transmitting a ridiculous amount of signal out of it, and it is a complete backdoor from government stalkers and hackers. And this isn't about doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing. It's about keeping the secret. So imagine Joe Biden's son is actually a crackhead that likes prostitutes. And now imagine it's evolved from not doing the right thing just to keeping that secret. Now imagine it's not just having a crack-headed, hooker-loving, loser-ass bitch of a son. No, imagine it's Crown and Castle, Verizon, AT&T, all have a secret deal with the United States government to essentially locate us at all points in time. And the satellite companies are doing the same type of thing. So the satellite companies are using the same technology, but from afar. And we've got, look at, all those lights are red, and all of these lights are red. So they just broke the street light on purpose to try to get a crime to happen. So that's entrapment. That's literally entrapment. Because when all 4 sides are red, the next thing to do is you look and assess the situation. If everything's still red, then you treat it as a 4-way stop. So I was in the process of treating this like a 4-way stop, when then through human monitoring, they watch to make sure, see, green light, and I'm going. So this is the type of shit where I can guarantee it. I'm going to record every single time I drive, because there's things that happen that are not regular. So I just started pressing my gas pedal and then the light turned green. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but it happened after I pressed my gas and the light turned green. So they're playing games with these streetlights in Las Vegas. And like right now, I'm driving up to a streetlight. We've got no traffic right now. There's no reason for that still to be red, except for we've got a big ass cell tower right there, and then a micro tower right here. So anytime this is the setting I'm pulling up to, that light's gonna sit there for a minute or two, and then I'm gonna hear and see additional activity. So I've got 2 radios right here. This is my go-to. So right now, because there's such a dense blast of radio frequency at this street corner, it is quite difficult to tell those ripples, those communication ripples inside of this. However, on a software-defined radio or more sensitive radio listening equipment, you will 100% see those V2K ripples there, because that's the only reason why you're hearing speech. Otherwise, it would be a steady tone. So there's some V2K ripples. And this is while I am driving. So I am driving, and I've had to evolve to learn how to drive with my knee, I guess, because, you know, you can't even drive down the street in this day and age in 2024 without having somebody trying to pump electromagnetic radiation into your head in a toxic level, in a carcinogenic value. And if you don't believe me, just take James C. Lynn's word for it. Dr. James C. Lynn, he wrote a book on it called Microwave or Auditory Effects of Microwave Radiation. And if you don't believe that the government, the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice, all of the branches of military, all of the defense contractors are making mind viruses that are radio frequency pulses that are linked onto one person that do a series of different degradations. So I'm actually constantly having my vision blurred, my brain state attacked, having my testicles pulsed, all while having 24/7 V2K. So it's not just one attack that the government's doing. It's not just one way the government is trying to attack my health. It's not just one way they're trying to silence me. They're doing V2K, which is a PSYOP. They're irradiating me and attacking me deliberately with extremely, extremely harmful electromagnetic fields and radiation, as Havana Marlene has also documented on her channel with her multimeter. And I've got a multimeter at my house, and that baby maxes out too. I've since dropped it, so not all 4 of the settings of it work, and I got it used in the first place, but it showed the same exact thing. It showed that I have an extremely harmful weighted and non-weighted electromagnetic field. And I don't know if you can see this light here, but I must have the worst luck in the world when it comes to streetlights, because every single one is just about flipped on me. And now look at this thing. We've got a small cell, a modern Las Vegas City small cell right here on the corner. Now I'm driving right next to it, and I just got a headache from it. I swear to God on my life, you're gonna have to take my word on it, because I'm trying to get the fuck away from this thing. I don't want to grab my meter right now, but I can guarantee on my life that I just got a headache from that. Now, these people can control the streetlights with that, which is a felony. To control a streetlight is a felony. I can't control a streetlight. They should control a streetlight. That's a felony. Now, what about harassment? Is an FBI agent allowed to harass somebody? No, you're not. You're not allowed to harass anyone. Actually, you would lose your job if you're caught harassing someone. And that's why they're using the computer to harass me. That's why they're not doing this in person. That's why they stopped the gang stalking. You notice how there's not a soul driving behind me? Nobody wants it, buddy. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants to come follow me. Unless you're going to try to entrap me, you're going to need a marked car, though, so then you can play victim if I do anything or say anything, right? You're going to need a marked car. Because you can't just have some unmarked bitch try to follow me, because I'm going to handle that situation real fast. It looks like this light's not working. It's been red for a minute. We got one way going that way, one way going this way. That's how that light works. It always has worked like that. And then now let's see what's going on with this light. This is all red too. What's going on with this? So I don't know if you guys are familiar with streetlights or not, but typically when you've got traffic coming towards you, there should be traffic going the other way also. That's how this two-lane street shit works. Is one's going that way, the other's coming this way. That's how it works. There's no advanced physics to it. Okay? But these people do like to play games with these streetlights when I park next to a transceiver. They do it religiously every single time. Putting 7 seconds on the counter too, the pedestrian counter. And I'm gonna make this public, and we're gonna zoom the fuck on all of this. And yep, everything I say can be fact checked. My video blurring also. So that's because of radio frequency. The autofocus is being interfered with because of the harmful interference from radio frequency fields. Okay, got a palm tree cell tower on the left-hand side here. And you see how strong this reading is immediately. Now putting my hand on it, you're going to see this value increase dramatically. We're at 49 dBm, 46 dBm. So that's a 15-point jump from where we just were sitting. And now I just feel a hard sting in the back of my head, like what Lynn Burr likes to yell out in pain about when he gets hit with Havana syndrome. That's the type of shit I get hit with in the nuts daily, bro. I get hit in the head with this shit daily. I'm constantly talked to daily. Okay? So just because I'm not crying doesn't mean I'm not tortured every single day. Because what does crying do? It doesn't do anything. Crying does nothing. Unless you're trying to play victim. And I don't want to play victim. I want to play scientist and show everybody that this is really fucking happening. Not, oh, please feel bad for me in these tears. That's not how I roll. And I'm not talking shit. When you're in pain, say it hurts or cry. If something's funny, then laugh. That's an old saying. But for a fact, they're hitting me in the back of the head right now. And sorry for the camera angle, but the cell tower is right over there. So the light is just coming in where the light's coming in. But this is definitely showing, like it always does, that I'm being radiated terribly. And not only are they communicating to me, but they're also attacking my body. This morning when they woke me up numerous times, one time they woke me up while pulsing in the testicles. Another time they woke me up by heating my body up to ridiculous. And then another time, the most recent time they woke me up this morning, they were trying to give me a stomach ache and telling me, because I'm a caregiver for my grandmother, oh, you need to wake up and take care of your grandmother. Obviously, she was sleeping, and they were trying to get me out of my conductive aluminum mesh screen shield and out from underneath all my radios and my RF-proof clothing. So that's the type of shit that they actively done to me more than 50 times. It's actually a trap. She's fine, and then they just crank on more attacks onto my head, my body, or wherever else that they're trying to import. And my phone is completely hacked to the point where I can't zoom out right now, so I'm going to end the stream. This is just how ridiculous this whole hacking is that I cannot zoom my screen back to normal. It's extremely zoomed in. And here's one more reading of that spectrum analyzer showing that between 1.1 and 30 megahertz, and between about 85 and 125 megahertz, there are two different instances of narrowband frequency hop pulse modulation that I'm hit with religiously. It's like that's the section of the band that the FCC is given just to me, just for radar torture. That's what it feels like. And my mom, I was showing her some of my YouTube videos last night, and I had her put her hand on this antenna, and she's been having thyroid swelling and a series of health problems to the point where her doctor thinks that she needs surgery, and you can tell that she's being irradiated horribly also. The value I was getting hit with was a few decibels stronger, but she was still definitely irradiated. When she put her hand on this antenna, this dBm value jumped up considerably, about 5 to 8 points. And mine this morning is jumping up about 15 to 20 points. And that V2K and everything else is heavy this morning. Now, when I post these videos, when I show that their activity is being caught on the spectrum analyzer, then since this is a plausible deniability program of torture with trillions of dollars of liability, then a lot of the time it changes the outcome of the day. A lot of the time it makes the day better for me. So this video is going to automatically go private until I go back home and make it public again. This video is automatically going to have its comments set on heavy moderation, even though it says light moderation, until I go in and say no moderation. So these are all extremely important themes that keep this topic secret and that keep this topic hidden, because I just made a great scientific argument this morning, even though I need a cameraman, and practically nobody saw it. Once I get home and make this live video public, because it automatically goes to private on YouTube's desires, you know what I mean? They heavily moderate automatically, and they turn everybody's live video private automatically. So I need to go in, allow the moderation, and do the other thing, getting my brain state attacked, make it public again, and that's it for right now. Is YouTube, Google, TikTok, they're enabling and keeping this torture the way it is. This is theater right now, where Congress is fighting for TikTok. It's all theater. They're business partners. They've been business partners the whole time. They're fighting over 1%. Who gets 50%? Who gets 51%? It's all a waste of our time. So don't fall into that trap. Don't waste your time listening to it. This is the only thing that's important, and they're hiding it. And it's probably going to be hidden my entire lifetime unless we get creative.